Alright, so today I want to talk about skill pages, right? And I know a lot of you guys are rerolling, which first of all, I hope your rerolls are going great. You are getting lucky. Let me know how your summons are going and what account, how's your account looking like, all this stuff. But today, the purpose of this video is to talk about skill pages. Now, the reason why I am is because I've seen a lot of comments and a lot of people asking in, my chat, during live streams, Discord, all this stuff. If I have this unit, should I be going for their skill page? If I have this unit, do I go for the skill page? What should I do if I have a unit? Do I continue summoning? What is the go-to plan after that, right? And so I try to answer to the best of my abilities if I can, during streams or whatnot. But skill pages, I think the way they designed this game, okay, and I actually like it because it's not bad. Now, they could have gone with a route of having a game to where there are two different banner formats, okay? One being just SSR characters only, and then another separate banner that is just SSR skill pages only. I'm glad they did this because at first I hated it because it's like, okay, if you summon on a banner like this, like how it is now, to where both skill pages and SSR characters are in a pool together, you have a possibility of getting the skill page rather than a character. And for free to play, that's not really ideal, right? Because free to play, we're obviously going to have a lot more fun using a character rather than getting a skill page. I think we can all agree upon that. And as someone who's played both JP, KR, and now the soft launch version, I can confidently say skill pages are not worth it. Okay, I stand by that fact 1000%, and the reason why is because I know what the skill pages do. Okay, I like all the skill pages that are on KR and JP. I know what each and every single one of them do. Well, I have to look at the translations, but for the most part, I know what most of them can do, and I can confidently say that they're not really beneficial. Now, don't get me wrong, some of them are insanely broken, and honestly, if you want to summon for it, I do not blame you. But just experiencing what I gone through on both JP and KR, they're not really worth it, okay? For example, let's talk about the Season 1 units and their skill pages. Season 1 units, they're goated. They're really, really good. I love them. But their skill page, however, is not anything too crazy. And you're gonna keep finding this out, especially as you play the game and as time goes on when we get other units, etc. You're gonna find out that like a lot of these skill pages aren't really all to that. Some of them can be okay. Very, very few of them are like extremely good and worth summoning for. And then the last option is that you are gonna find out you can use alternative skill pages, which can do just as good as if you had them, the actual character skill page, or if not, some of them are even better. So we're gonna talk about all that. You guys are brand new, go down and drop a like, hit the sub button, and if there's any videos you guys want me to make, let me know and I'll make it. But like I said, skill pages, I don't think it's worth it, because as a free-to-play player, my goal at least, okay, your goal may be different as a free-to-play player, but mine as free-to-play is just to have characters, right? I think that's where I have the most fun. Skill pages, they can be great, but let's just say that I get unlucky in pulling the characters, and I have a whole bunch of skill pages. If I have bad characters with good skill pages, most likely I'm not going to be able to take on the content that I need to, right? As opposed to vice versa, I pull extremely OP good characters, but I don't have good skill pages. I think obviously, common sense, I think you're going to have a way better time and an easier time playing the game with really good units and not having their skill pages, right? So that is just my thought process of how I go about with skill pages and SSR characters. And the thing is that, like I said, a lot of these skill pages really aren't anything too crazy. Yes, they can be good, right? So, for example, Mimosa, on her last part, she is granting all allies increased damage resistance. And then on the passive skill is a 20% chance to remove one debuff upon all allies using a skill number 2. Now, like I said, some of them can be really good, some of them are pretty okay, and then others are just, some of them, very, very few of them, like I said, are really, really good. Now, here's the thing, a lot of y'all don't know this, but we can actually get a free skill page every single month. Now, you're probably wondering, what? How? So, if we go to Hideout, I did not find this out for a fat minute on JP and KR until someone told me about it, but if you go over to Gordon, right? Now, it is going to take a little bit of time, and it is going to require you to summon, but it is worth it, I think. If you go over to the salvage skill page, you can salvage SR or higher skill pages to get these materials, okay? You cannot use rare for this one in order to get the free skill page, but if you put in SR or higher skill page, it can be the character ones or just generic SR skill pages. You get these little, like, bluish teal droplets, which you can then exchange for in the shop. So if you go over here, you go to Exchange Center, you go to skill page salvage, you get a free SSR skill page every single month. This does refresh monthly, and this is really good. This is really good. So the starter captain units and Mars, Sally, all them, they are available for you to get for free, which I think is extremely good value. And you're gonna find out that some of these generic SSR skill pages are goated. This card in particular is so good, and guess what? You can farm these for free. These generic skill pages you can farm for free. That is right. So in case you didn't know, if you go over to, what is it, Memory Hall, if you go to chapter 2, you can farm this SSR skill page for free. And if you follow me on Twitter, you would know that I have insane luck getting these. Now, these do require story tickets, so obviously once you're done with story, then you can kind of put the story tickets towards these. But Memory Hall is insane. They do drop these SSR skill pages, which is beyond insane to think about. And I'm telling you, like, when I summon on banners, if I get the character, I'm done. Like, I'm not summoning for the skill page. Like, even for example, Julius, which is the most recent and our first ever festival unit on KR and JP, I summoned for him on both accounts. I didn't get a skill page, and I'm not going to. His skill page is extremely good. It is probably one of the best skill pages in the entire game. I'm not going for it because A, there's other skill pages that I can use that can, put in work. Obviously not as good as his skill page, but they can do really good stuff for the unit. And B, is not guaranteed, meaning that I could do 1 or 2 pities, get a whole bunch of copies of Julius, and never ever pull his skill page, which is something scary to think about if you really think about it. So from a free-to-play stand of view, I don't think the skill pages are worth it. I don't think you necessarily need to summon for it. Now, do as you please. It's your account. If you want to summon for the skill page, yes, go ahead. But just kind of bear in mind, obviously do your research, see what the skill page can do. If you think that it is good, then go ahead and summon for it. But do keep in mind, there are SR skill pages that do extremely good stuff. Example of this one is a 7% damage dealt increase, which is crazy to think about. This is an SR card that is increasing your damage dealt by 7%. If you max it out, it's 12%, which is just like, it's an SR skill page that you can get for free. And there are other cards in this game that kind of allow the same thing, which is why I don't think free-to-play necessarily need to summon for skill pages. Now, like I said, whenever future units come out, they could have insane skill pages and be must summon. So just make sure you're doing your research. But in my opinion, and if you wanted my advice, if you asked me if I have these units, should I summon for the skill pages, 90% of the times I'm probably gonna tell you no. That's just me. You could ask QQ the same exact question, and he may say, yeah, I think you need to summon for the skill page because it's insanely broken. But me personally, as a free-to-play player and someone who's been playing JP and KR since day 1, right? I've played the game non-stop. I've grinded every single day. I logged in every day. I've done hella summons, and skill pages really have not affected my account like that. And the only skill pages that I'm using really are the free-to-play ones. If you take a look at my JP and KR account, the free-to-play cards are the ones that I'm using the most. This one I am using the most, and it is carrying my units 1000%, and it's free, right? This is the first skill page that everyone gets, by the way, in case you didn't know when you're rerolling. But yeah, that is skill pages. Just kind of bear in mind, on raid up banners, if you go to pity, you are not guaranteed a skill page. Okay, I'm sorry, every single banner in this game that comes out going forward, anytime you hit pity, you are only guaranteed the character. You are not guaranteed the skill page. So for seasonal banners, it is going to be a little bit different because there is an exchange shop. This only applies to seasonal units, so bear that in mind. But yes, you can pick up their skill pages, but you do need 8 SSR dupes, which is beyond pay to win. So I really don't encourage free-to-play players to do this. If you manage to pull 8 dupes, your luck is beyond insane. But yeah, that is just my thought. Obviously it's your own account, so do as you please, but I just wanted to give you guys my inputs because I've been seeing a lot of people asking in Discord, are skill pages worth it? As someone who's played this game non-stop on now 3 different versions of the game, I confidently say that they are not worth it, and you can't skip it. They really don't make the biggest impact on your character like that. And there are better, let me not say better, there are other options that can do your unit justice with that skill card. So I'll leave it at that. If you want to summon for skill cards, go ahead and do as you please, but that's just my input. So let me know, what do y'all think? Am I wrong? Am I right? Do you agree with me or do you not? Let me know. Please comment down below. And if you guys haven't liked the video yet, go down and drop a like, hit the sub, and let me know what video y'all want to see next for global. All right, I'm gonna end it there. Take care. Peace. Peace. Bye.